Okay, there you go.
Wonderful, thank you. Good afternoon, GCC friends. It's so good to be here with you. Today's a special treat. I hear that there's many people joining us at the planetarium. Thank you so much for everyone who is able to make this possible. And also welcome to our friends who are joining us virtually as well. So I thought we'd jump right into it today. I'm just going to talk a little bit about our format. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes discussing the topic for today that we will be practicing for about 20 minutes and then leave 5 minutes for a Q&A. We start off our sessions with the definition of what mindfulness is, which is paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. So can we be with what's here in this moment without any interpretation, without any judgment? And can we allow us to be in the present moment by using all our senses, from sight to seeing, hearing, taste? And today we actually have a treat, which we will be focusing on the body scan that I'll explain in a minute. So I'd also like to invite you to set an intention for today's practice. For you, is it maybe practicing a little bit of patience? Maybe coming to this practice with a beginner's mind, as if you've never practiced the body scan before. Maybe it's just non-striving, not expecting any particular kind of outcome. Or maybe it's just the ability to let go. So see what feels most comfortable for you. So as I mentioned earlier, today we will be practicing the body scan. Maybe some of you are familiar with the body scan, and if you're not, that's totally okay. Basically, the body scan is one of the foundational practices for the mindfulness-based stress reduction program. And with the body scan, what we do is we focus on the body, and I guide you as we start with our feet and work our way up to our head. So I do want to share with you just a couple of things before we actually get started with the practice, which is first finding a comfortable position. So for you, I think you can recline your chairs back. And I just want you to be mindful of this, because sometimes when we take that position, there's a tendency to fall asleep, especially if you didn't have a good night's sleep or you haven't been sleeping very well. If you think you're a little sleepy, I'm going to invite you to put your arms up like this, and maybe you can lean your elbows against the armchairs. Not sure what the chairs look like, just so that you're able to notice if you start falling asleep, you'll start noticing your hand falling down. Also, I want to invite you just to allow yourself to be guided by my voice. There's nothing special that you need to do, no special breathing, special posture. All you need to do is allow yourself to follow my voice. And then I also want to invite you, you can keep your eyes open, you can close your eyes, or you can also lower your gaze. So whatever feels most comfortable to you. I also want to mention is if I guide you, as during my guidance, something just feels uncomfortable for you, or you find yourself that you're in a state of being overwhelmed, please know that you have options. You can gently open your eyes if your eyes were closed. You can step back from my guidance or the practice. Most importantly, do what is most comfortable for you and allows you to be in a state of being more comfortable versus overwhelmed. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So the invitation here is to find that comfortable position for you. That could be seated, or you can recline your chairs. And it's also welcome just to do a little bit of wiggling around so you can find that comfortable position. Maybe it's shrugging your shoulders, bringing them forward, bringing them back a little bit. Maybe it's doing head circles, gentle head circles. And now bringing your body to a neutral position. And then allowing the sensation of settling into the posture that you've taken. If you're reclining back a little bit, allowing the body to lengthen out, taking up as much space as it's allowed. Perhaps allowing your arms to be by your side or on your lap, whatever's most comfortable for you. Relaxing your legs, relaxing your feet. Maybe even allowing the feet to turn outward if that's comfortable for you. And now let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths together to allow the body to settle in a little bit more, relax. So breathing in and an audible exhale. Only if the audible exhale is comfortable for you. Breathing in and letting go. And now returning to your own body's natural rhythm of breathing, not breathing in any special way. And now we'll begin from moving our attention from thoughts or anything happening in the mind down to the feet. Noticing perhaps the toes, the soles of the feet, the heel, the top of your feet. And maybe you're not noticing anything at all, and that's okay too. We're just paying attention to our feet at this moment. Perhaps noticing any temperature, such as warmth, coolness. Maybe your feet feel dry or the sensation of feeling dry or moisture. What do you notice here? Perhaps there's a sensation of your feet covered by your socks, shoes. And maybe if it's comfortable for you, extending some gratitude to these feet that have been walking, standing. Now letting go of your feet and shifting your attention from your feet to your ankles, your shins, your calves, including your knee, your kneecap, the back of your knees. What do you feel here? Perhaps if your knees are against the chair you're sitting on or lying on, feel the chair against your calves. Maybe you don't feel anything at all, and that's okay too. Not searching for any sensation in particular, simply noticing. The invitation here is to bring some curiosity to this experience, not striving for anything. And now moving from your ankles, shins, calves, knees, to your thighs, the front of the thighs, back of the thighs. Maybe you're noticing tension here. Maybe you're not. And if you are, seeing that with every out breath, you can let go a little bit. Allowing your thighs to relax into the chair that you're on. Feeling the muscles, the thigh bones. And if your mind has wandered off into planning, worrying, thinking, am I doing this right? The invitation is to gently bring your attention back to the thighs. Now shifting from the thighs to your hips, buttocks, pelvis, and simply breathing into this area. Noticing if there's any holding on, any tightness. Noticing where your breath is. Simply breathing in and breathing out. And now shifting the attention from the hips, pelvis, to your stomach, lower back. Perhaps you're noticing the rising and falling of the belly with each in-breath and each out-breath. Or maybe you're noticing a little bit of pressure that lands between your lower back and the chair as you breathe in. And maybe a sense of relaxing of the lower back as you breathe out. If you're noticing any tightness in the belly, seeing if you can soften with every out breath. Sometimes in the belly or the lower back, we tend to have a little bit of tension that we're holding on to without even realizing that we are. So the invitation here is to see if you can soften. And now moving from the lower back, the belly, to your chest, rib cages, our heart, the middle of our back, our obliques, perhaps noticing the chest expanding with each inhale, and a sense of contraction with each exhale. And where's the breath now? Seeing if we could bring some more space to this area, expansion. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe we can find a sense of softening of the heart in this moment. Every breath. And now shifting from the chest, the middle of the back, to now moving our attention to our shoulders, our upper back, our arms. That's available to you. And when noticing the arms, noticing from your shoulders, your triceps, biceps, our elbow, noticing our elbow, our arms, our wrists, our hands, the front of our hands, the back of our hands, our fingers, our nails. Maybe even relaxing the hands. And again, sometimes we hold on to a little bit of stress in those shoulders and upper back. Seeing if we can, with our breath, allow a little bit of releasing that tension. If tension is there, not looking for it. And sinking a little bit deeper into your chair. Giving yourself permission to soften. Allowing the breath to move into these areas. And noticing any sensations here. The shoulders, top of the shoulders, upper back, arms and hands. And if the mind has wandered, gently bringing the attention back to the shoulders, your arms. And noticing how you have the ability to shift the attention from your arms, shoulders, upper back, And now the neck, the throat, the top of your head, your ears. And noticing what is here. And now moving from the top of the head, from the ears to your face. Noticing your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, your eyeballs. Perhaps softening here as well. Noticing the cheeks, cheekbones. Your nose that allows cool air as you breathe in and smooth, delicate, warm air as you breathe out. Noticing your lips, your mouth, teeth, the jaw. Feeling your jaw and noticing if it needs any softening. Softening any facial muscles and jaw. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. And now releasing any awareness from the head and the face, your neck and throat, shoulders and arms and chest, upper back, middle of the back, the belly, lower back, the hips. Maybe you're noticing some sounds that have become distracting, but bringing your attention back from the hips, the thighs, back of the thighs, the knees, shins, calves, and to the feet. And noticing this whole body here in this moment. This whole body that allows us to do so many things throughout our day, throughout our lives. And maybe even extending some gratitude for this body. And noticing all the sensations of this body. And allowing them to be here just as they are. And now releasing any attention that we've placed on the body. Returning the attention back to the breath. Noticing the in-breath and noticing the out-breath. And noticing if this experience or any sensations that you're feeling now can be taken with you for the rest of the day. And let's go ahead and take one deep, long breath together, the longest and deepest breath that you've taken all day today. Breathing in and letting it go, breathing out. And at your own pace, when you're ready, if your eyes were closed, you can gently open your eyes. Perhaps stretching out your body if that's comfortable for you. Stretching your toes, wiggling your fingers. And welcoming you back to our session. And noticing just what was this experience like for you? Noticing any narrative. Just noticing anything, any challenges. What was this practice like for you? And I want to thank you for your willingness to practice together as a community. Wonderful to hear that we have a platform that we can all unite and take at least a 25-minute break together. And thank you all for practicing here with us. If anyone has any questions in the chat, I believe we're going to go ahead and stop recording.
Doing it right now.
Thank you, Jason. So there's much appreciation